The Sovereign Tantra, praises to Śrīdevī Kālī. Homage to glorious Vajrapāṇi, Lord of Vidyas and Mantras. Thus did I hear at one time. In the vast Parushyaka grove on the summit of Mount Sumeru, the blessed and glorious great fierce one Vajrapāṇi, whose body blazes like the fire that consumes the world at the end of an eon, who is victorious over the threefold world, and who burns with the fire of 1,000 suns, sat surrounded by a retinue including chakra, and a horde of pishakas, rakshasas, and matrikas numbering in the billions. Seated on a lotus, glorious Vajrapāṇi proclaimed, 8 classes of divine and demonic beings in my retinue, listen to me. There is a great regent in this desire realm, known as the mother of the demon and Yama's sister. She upholds the teachings of all the Buddhas, so you should make offerings to her and praise her. I give you my blessing. Chakra, the lord of the gods, rose from his seat in the assembly and spoke the following verses, praising Śrīdevī Kālī in terms of the 10 virtuous actions. Long ago, before the first eon, you trained your mind extensively in the 10 virtuous actions. Since then, though you have perfected the most exalted of paths, you benefit beings in the higher realms through 10 virtuous actions. Homage and praise to you, Śrīdevi, who converts outsiders. You gave up killing beings long ago, attained a long life and wondrous form, and are free from karmic debt to others, the cause of harm. Homage to you, who has conquered the Lord of Death. Because you gave up taking what is not given, the accumulation of merit has brought you abundant prosperity, and you discovered an undiminishing, stable wealth of treasure. Homage and praise to you who bears the treasure of generosity. You guard the teachings that warn against a lack of chastity, have risen above the lowly city of the womb, and abandoned desire for existence long ago. Homage and praise to you, great female renunciant. As the result of abandoning the affliction of false words, you are a leader who tames the world with the accomplishment of speech, and have the nature of one who has attained pure, supreme speech. Homage and praise to you who speak the truth. You abandon the fault of divisive speech, and have an undivided retinue. A disciplined retinue surrounds you, and you tame gods and asuras with the truth. Homage to you who have gathered a pure retinue. Gifted with the virtue of abandoning meaningless speech, you gave up disruptions to undistracted, single-pointed samadhi. You protect the teachings with your meaningful speech. Homage and praise to you, tamer of childish beings, by virtue of abandoning pride and conceit, goddess, in a melodious voice, you speak gentle, peaceful words that are an antidote to abusive, harsh speech. Homage and praise to you, tamer of harsh speech. As a sign that you abandoned concepts of an apprehending subject, and specifically abandoned covetousness in your own mind, the lion that symbolizes no self adorns your ear. Homage and praise to you who have abandoned covetousness. You abandoned harmful intent toward apprehended objects, and view external objects as non-dual phenomena. Homage and praise to you whose snake earring is a sign of having fully abandoned such harmful intent. You abandoned religious doctrines as based on the wrong view, and took a form aligned with the Buddha's doctrine, one that embodies the pure view. Homage and praise to you, who display the ultimate, free of conceptuality. There are two types of action in this world, pure and impure. The 10 impure, non-virtuous actions lead to the lower realms. The pure, virtuous actions lead to higher birth, because you first trained in the virtuous actions. You reside on progressively higher ground. You teach the signs of the 10 virtuous actions in this inferior realm. Adopting a malevolent guise to guide beings, homage and praise to you who are worthy of praise. Next, the Yaksha king Vajrapāṇi praised Śrīdevī Kālī according to the system of the fivefold path. After purifying the accumulations on the unique path travelled by the holy ones, and gradually cultivating the antidote, wisdom that sees the ultimate, your supreme goal is to reach perfection. That is why, Goddess, such attributes that you specifically possess show that you perfectly gathered the accumulations from the first and attained the samadhi related to the application from the first stage. You saw the ultimate on the ground of utter joy as non-conceptual and unarisen. Then, with the unique qualities of a glorious bodhisattva, relying on your own mind and the pure second ground, you likewise reach the end of the pure third ground. You further cultivated your mind on the fourth ground, and perfected concentration on the fifth ground. You further purified your mind on the sixth ground, and perfected method on the seventh ground. You further cultivated your mind on the eighth, and as Śrīdevī Kālī made aspirations and attained the quality of power on the ninth. That power will propel you on to wisdom. After you perfected these grounds, you aspired to reach fruition on the ground of a Buddha. You have a youthful form because you traverse the eighth ground, and appear in a fierce form to tame beings. Homage and praise to you, tamer of wicked beings. May I complete the path as quickly as you. Next, the horse-headed Kinara King Dhruma praised Śrīdevī Kālī in terms of non-duality. Śrīdevi, you are non-dual. You are found within this ultimate, non-conceptual basic reality. You are true because the ultimate and relative are not two. You are profound because samsara and nirvana are not two. You are exalted because ordinary beings and Buddhas are not two. I praise you because action and result are not two. You are the result because cause and effect are not two. You are the single state, the non-duality of subject and object, the ultimate space that subsumes conceptuality and its absence. You are the great accumulation of non-dual merit and wisdom. I praise you as the pure non-duality of the perceptible and the ultimate. You are the single expression of the phenomena of self and other, the profound power of the non-duality of apprehended and apprehender, and the purified field, free from both higher and lower rebirth. I praise you as the single non-dual nature of good and bad. You are supreme as unproduced, complete, spontaneously present non-duality. The mind itself, in which mind and the aggregates are not separate, the state in which one attains the non-duality of practice and its goal. I praise you as the supreme expression of the non-duality of self and other. You are bodhicitta, the non-dual space of male and female, the non-dual object of method and wisdom, and the peaceful state in which empty and not empty are inseparable. Homage and praise to you, effortlessly changeable and unchanging. You are the ineffable state, the non-duality of word and sound, the singular mode of the mind itself, inseparable from body and mind. Because you are the single object, the non-duality of effort and its goal, I praise you as the ultimate realm devoid of conceptuality. Since there is one system in which Buddhists and non-Buddhists are not two, you have realized that the phenomenal world and wisdom are non-dual. Since existence and liberation are one true reality, I praise and honor you as the non-dual body of everything. You are the single state of non-duality, in which internal and external do not exist. The pure, peaceful mode of sentience and insentience, and are seen as singular, the non-duality of the apparent and unapparent. Homage and praise to you, the supreme non-dual referent. All of this is the profound expression of the ultimate and is concerned with a referent free of conceptuality. All of this illuminates your mind, Goddess. Through this praise may I also become like you. At that point, the Gandharva king Panchashika praised Śrīdevī in terms of her ritual activity. The mind itself is distinguished as the 4 ritual activities. They are nothing other than mind itself, but are devoid of mind. Ultimately, the mind itself is free of conceptuality and lacks color and form. Conventionally, it is one's own mind as mere illusion. Glorious pacifying goddess who is widely extolled, you pacify, are pacifying, and have a pacifying nature. You are a queen surrounded by a peaceful retinue, and have white physical marks that shine brightly. Homage and praise to you, all-pacifying goddess. Please pacify my enemies and illnesses. Glorious enriching goddess who is widely extolled, you enrich, are enriching, and have an enriching nature. You are a queen surrounded by an enriching retinue, and have golden physical marks that are intensely majestic. Homage and praise to you, all-enriching goddess. Please increase my merit and wisdom. Glorious, enthralling goddess who is widely extolled, you enthrall, are enthralling, and have an enthralling nature. You are a queen surrounded by an enthralling retinue, and have red physical marks that are intensely majestic. Homage and praise to you, all-enthralling goddess. Please bring my illnesses and enemies under your control. Glorious, wrathful goddess who is widely extolled, you bring wrath, are wrathful, and have a wrathful nature. You are a queen surrounded by a wrathful retinue, and have dark physical marks that are intensely majestic. Homage and praise to you, all wrathful goddess. Please kill my illnesses and enemies with your wrath. Your true nature is not established in any way, but you can appear with any of these characteristics. This is what allows the 4 ritual activities to benefit beings. May I spontaneously accomplish the nature of the 4 ritual activities and strive to benefit others just as you do. Next, the Naga king Nanda praised Śrīdevī Kālī in terms of her physical features. You are identical with the accomplishment of mantra yoga. The colors and forms of your physical attributes are insubstantial, but in order to tame beings, are taught using these symbolic features. You ride a donkey because you tame the 3 realms, and wear shackles to symbolize that you will not pass into nirvana. You are draped with an elephant hide to show you spontaneously accomplish your own benefit, and are wrapped with a pelt to show that you fulfill the benefit of others. A full moon illuminates your crown because you possess bodhicitta. A sun adorns your stomach because you have realized insight. You hold a sword that cuts the stalk of the 3 poisons, and a mongoose symbolizes your treasure of merit. Your disheveled, deep yellow locks indicate your perfection of enthralling and wrathful rites. You bear your sharp fangs, symbolizing the removal of afflictions. You click your palate because the blood of samsara is on your tongue, and you have a wide, angry glare because you harm hateful, wicked beings. Your eyes are bloodshot because you enthrall everything. You have a dark complexion to show your supreme, unwavering store of equanimity. You wear charnel ground ornaments because you tame the matrikas, and you brandish a khatvanga, symbolizing body, speech, and mind. You wear a garland of skulls because you have perfected the 3 bodies. You are adorned with a whirlwind to indicate your swift wrath. You stand within a blazing fire because you have burned up the afflictions, and you lean against the pariyatraka tree because you protect the desire realm. You are the impenetrable goddess of the fortress because you tame the asuras. You wear a tiger skin skirt to show your steadfast courage, and the complete set of wrathful attire because you protect the teachings. Since the roar of no self shows a mastery of pride, a lion adorns your right earring, symbolizing method. Since you have tempered the power of anger and tamed the great poison, a snake adorns your left earring, symbolizing insight. You ring a bell, symbolizing the impermanence of compounded phenomena. Because you stoke rage toward attachment, you drink waves of blood. You wear tree bark as adornment because you guard your samaya, and a peacock crown ornament since you govern the different ritual actions. Because you purified the collection of afflictive obscurations, and your wisdom manifests as the body of Vijas, you stand firm in the northeast, the supreme natural abode. You ride a donkey because you abide in the middle way, and you take the guise of a mother because you tame the wicked afflictions. Homage and praise to you, Mother of Dakinis. Next, the Kumbhanda king, 9-headed snake, praised Śrīdevī in terms of body, speech, and mind. Though bodhicitta is ultimately non-dual, her symbolic attributes are the 3 existences. Her pure mind is the wrathful palace, which emerges from the ocean of blood that surrounds it, and is adorned with skeletons, skull garlands, and flayed skin. The wrathful queen is utterly terrifying in her dark body, sending forth emanations of female beings with shaggy blue locks. Glorious Remaju is her body emanation. She arises within a triangular dark yellow expanse. She enhances good qualities, is yellow, and laughs at the sky. May she perfectly carry out all enriching rites. Glorious Remati is her speech emanation. She arises within a triangular red expanse. She is the great red one, the great red Chandali. May she render all enthralling rites effective. Samudra is her emanation of body, speech, and mind. She destroys Rudra and subdues the army of Maras. She liberates the 6 realms and is the mother of beings. Homage and praise to the goddess who spreads the teachings. please bless my body, speech, and mind. Next, the Asura king Vemachitra praised Śrīdevī in terms of the ultimate. You are the state of perfect quiescence, luminous and free of conceptuality. You are the true mother, the pure, supreme heart essence, and the essence of primordially non-dual space. Glorious One, your nature is exceedingly clear. This essential nature is utterly pure and ineffable. Praises to it composed by the naive fall short. Fools imagine you to be substantial, and speak words of praise as if you have a physical form. But any praise based on words and letters directed to you, who is fixed upon the victor's truth, is never the true reality of liberation. When primordial, non-dual great bliss has not been realized, praise inspired by you will always fall short. When it takes you to be a symbolic emanation of your aspirations, a person who understands non-arising and can meditate on the essence of primordial non-duality is someone who truly praises you. Those who grasp at your form and color might gaze upon you for countless eons and still not be able to see your form and color, while those who do not grasp at form will see. They will use all manner of sounds, words, and expressions to call out to you for an eon, but you will not hear. However, you will hear the call of those yogins who have abandoned such things. A fool who has accomplished your practice through the virtues of body and speech will always forsake you, while one who worships you with a mind that rejects body and speech will attain the treasure of accomplishment when they worship. You epitomize the qualities of the multitudes of victors, and commune with the victors in the Dhamma Dhatu. Because you display the nature of the profound middle way, you take on a non-Buddhist form to guide all beings in this exceedingly harsh Saha world. Your body, imagined in this way, has reached the state of being empty of the manifold obscurations. You, supreme emptiness and truly empty, are praised by those who understand the empty and non-dual. To praise you in this way counts as a form of praise, and though you are not an object of praise, I praise you like this to guide naive people. Next, the king of Garudas, Vajra Golden Eyes, praised Śrīdevī. Śrīdevī, your import is difficult to fathom. Your skillful emanations move through the sky. I revere and praise you as an emanation of a bodhisattva, with melodies, numerous as grains of dust, from my 3 doors. Though you are untainted by the offerings I make, may objects pleasing to the senses fall from the sky like rain. Glorious One, so that the sublime accomplishments may be attained, and may these abundant offerings conquer the senses. Glorious One, you have dominion over good and evil. I regretfully confess before you all of my wicked bodily, verbal, and mental acts. Out of compassion, please purify my obscurations. You are particularly exalted for the benefit you bring beings, and the abundant prosperity benefits you bring yourself. I rejoice and offer harmonious joy, free of envy, to the continuity of your being. Beautiful Kali, whose supreme body has such wonderful qualities, I implore you, use your terrifying power as the web of illusion to benefit beings throughout the 3 times and 10 directions. I request that your supreme body with its unique qualities remain without passing into nirvana, as long as beings endure, to tame wicked beings and protect the teachings. May the virtue from this homage, confession, rejoicing, encouragement, and requesting empty the lower realms. I dedicate it so that all will perfect the accumulations and reach great awakening. Next, the attendants of the sky god praise Śrīdevī. From a palace in the middle of a swirling expanse of 9 dark winds, at the center of a vast blaze like the fire at the end of an eon, you emerge as the Soul Mother, sovereign goddess of the desire realm, the mother of the demon, and Yama's only sister. You are Śrīdevī, the black Remati, the black devourer with awesome fangs, dark black, naked and with bloody locks. Your appearance with a black body symbolizes not being agitated by ultimate space. The leftward curl of your hair symbolizes sending emanations into a mother's womb. The locks on your head are braided as one, symbolizing that you combine recognition of the ultimate with action. The sparks that fly from your locks symbolize sending mind emanations throughout the 10 directions. The garland of fresh skulls tied around your head symbolizes your compassionate benefit to beings with your emanation body. The pouncing lion on your right earring symbolizes your subjugation of all menmos. The serpent with a flared hood on your left earring symbolizes purity within the expanse where anger is not abandoned. The ringing golden bells on your earrings symbolize your worship and accomplishment of all the Buddhas. The wide-eyed glare of your bloodshot eyes symbolizes that you observe the samayas of yogins in the 3 existences. The fierce, open fire pit of your mouth symbolizes the liberation of Rudra, destroyer of the teachings. Bearing your sharp and poisonous triangular fangs symbolizes liberating the 10 targets for liberation onto the bodhisattva levels. Dressing in human skin and an antelope hide symbolizes that you possess the true Dharma and its meaning. Being wrapped in a fresh elephant hide symbolizes that you possess the meaning of the supreme vehicle. That you wear black felt symbolizes your majesty in this world. The sun shining from your navel symbolizes drying the ocean of suffering to its depths. The moon shining from the crown of your head symbolizes clearing away the 3 poisons, dark ignorance. The restraining shackles clasping your feet symbolize the unification of method and insight. That you wield a black sword in your right hand symbolizes the eradication of suffering, birth, and death. That you drink human blood from a fresh skull in your left hand symbolizes drinking the suffering of samsara like blood. That you ride sideways on a white-faced donkey symbolizes liberating beings who hold wrong views. The front of your saddle is made from a rakshasa's throat, symbolizing the taming of Lankapura in the realm of the Rakshasas. The upper and lower bridle, made of a large black snake, symbolizes your anger that conquers the classes of obstructing beings. Swinging your riding crop, made out of black tortoiseshell, symbolizes binding the black Nagas and Maras under oath. The cross of the Maras on the right saddle strap symbolizes pinning those who violate the samayas to a cross. The satchel of diseases that hangs on the rear saddle straps symbolizes averting misfortune and bringing disease down. On those who would harm this teaching, you exude drops of fat that symbolize the nectar of the ultimate, are ornamented with drops of blood symbolizing your fondness for compassion, and are imprinted with an ash mark symbolizing your activities to tame beings. The myriad matrikas bound to you in service symbolize the activities you perform, which pervade the 3 realms. the fire blazing from your mouth, Soul Mother, dries up the oceans. And by raising your Vajra, you hurl the Sumeru mountain range. I fervently praise you, Goddess. Next, Black Yama praised the great Goddess in terms of her superior qualities. Goddess, glorious Black Dakini, your single braid is perpetually saturated with sesame oil. You are poised seductively, wearing lead earrings, and you bear many ornaments. A single iron shackle beautifully adorns your feet as anklets. You are known as Kali, the one who rides around at night on a donkey. Beautifully adorned with locks as you are, who can fathom the import of the great ocean of your behavior? When samsara is destroyed, when smoke billows from the blood and fat dripping from human bones, then, Kali, all beings will instantly fall into your mouth, into your unbearable fangs. Goddess, you hold a human skull in your hand, reveling in the charnel ground while immersed in the accomplishment of yoga. You and your attendants have no sorrow and ring your bells with no fear of death. You hold a garland of heads, the severed heads of heroes cut down by swords in battle, as you dance in a circle, arms extending and retracting mightily. A belt made of woven Naga lords is tied around your broad hips, and you brandish a spear and standard in your hand. Your eyes are bloodshot from being intoxicated with the liquor of blood, and you are watched by the host of Bhutas who wander cremation grounds at night. Your leggings are made from fresh hides, and you are wrapped in a felt shawl. Your moon-like face is graced with a hood of fresh human intestines, and your forehead mark is made of a clump of blood and fat. You gnash noisily on bits of human flesh, and wear a crown of human corpses on your head. Wrathful protector of mine, with human flesh in hand, the eyes of Maras, Rakshasis, and Matrikas who see you now for the first time quiver and bulge as they bow to you. Beautiful Goddess, your body is black, and you are so overwhelming, even I, Yama Raja, praised by Chakra and the rest, always bow to you. Because you bring an end to all gods and beings, an uraga with 1,000 hooded heads adorns one of your ears from behind, and an incomparable lion is fastened to the other ear. You are surrounded by an ocean, trample the earth, and the sun and moon that course over the earth rise from your navel. Goddess, you conquer the three existences. You are the all-pacifying woman, who is able to dry up all waters with the fire that blazes from the vast ocean. Black Durga, whose form resembles that of Mahadeva, you do not fear any animal or human disease. I respectfully offer homage and praise to you, Soul Mother. Next, the Brahmin Vararuchi praised Śrīdevī Kālī in terms of the relative truth. Homage and praise to you, Soul Mother, Goddess Śrīdevi, Vajra Goddess Kālī, great and powerful, may my reverent praise to you bring supremely good fortune and desired riches. Your swift mind and great form are known far and wide. You are a renowned Matrika, a world protector, a fierce warrior with great perseverance, who is always victorious on the battlefield. Praise to you, Yama's sister. You are dressed in blue silk, wear adornments both beautiful and hideous, have eyes that are hideous and enraged, are faithful, and gather people in the assembly. Sometimes you dwell deep in the mountains, sometimes you dwell in forests and trees, and sometimes you dwell in the middle of a charnel ground, where shrines of the goddess have been built. When people continually praise you, Goddess, in those places, in remote mountains and forests, you are compelled to fulfill their intentions. When I continually praise you, please fulfill my wishes as well. Your banner is made of peacock feathers. You protect those who continually serve you and cause livestock to flourish. You are constantly surrounded on all sides by lions, tigers, and wolves. You ring the great Vajra bell and grant boons as the great bell rings. Sometimes you hold a trident in your hand. Sometimes you raise a sun and moon standard. If someone worships you during the waning moon, on either the 9th or 11th day, you, Goddess whom none surpass, the tamer of Maras, teacher of Asuras and Rakshasis, grant them victory over their enemies and in battle. You are supreme among women, like the world-protecting Vagishvari. You are like a lotus in a king's palace. Your beautiful face is like a full moon. You are like a ferry to cross water and like a beloved friend to the poor. When the gods and Asuras battled, you made a fortress for the gods within your own navel, Goddess. You brought victory to the pure army of the gods and defeated the Asuras. You rattle the bloody spear you wield, and your banner and standard blaze like fire. Praise to you who tames enemies and averts war. Next, the great Rishi Kaundinya praised Śrīdevī in terms of her physical attributes. I offer constant respectful homage to the sovereign leader of the world. You have always been supreme among mothers. The entire triple world praises you, and everyone longs to see your beautiful face. Your body is adorned with various wonderful features. Your eyes are broad like the petals of a blue lotus. You are adorned with the famous light of merit and wisdom, and you are just like a priceless jewel. Because I have praised you now, Lotus Lady, my mind's every wish will be fulfilled. Your wisdom is perfect, and your good fortune abundant. You are perfectly pure like a lotus, and all long to see your body's beautiful hue. You are adorned with various marks and features. You are beautified by your stainless wisdom, are supreme among all objects of recollection, and like a lion, are supreme among predators. As a result of these verses of praise, may all that is desired be attained. Then glorious Vajrapāṇi addressed the gathering. Your praises to Śrīdevī are wonderful. I too will reflect on the meaning of these praises and constantly recite them mentally. To praise this goddess is to praise me, and to praise all the Buddhas. The goddess protects and defends such a person and grants whatever accomplishments they desire. When he finished speaking, the assembly was delighted, and a great torrent of ornaments rained down on blessed Vajrapāṇi. They then returned to their respective abodes. This concludes the Sovereign Tantra of praises.